Hey everybody, I am so glad you're here today, and thank you for tuning in and hitting that play button. And I appreciate you for taking the time to spend a few minutes with me today as we talk about 5 things or 5 tips that you can do to take your multi-level marketing business to the next level. And so I just want to share with you a few things that I think really stand in the way of people really making progress in their business. And so I've got a few notes here, but I want to just share with you what I have found to, that really I think works and people respond well to. And the first thing that is that people respond and appreciate when you're genuine and ethical. So the first thing is that you always want to be genuine, and what that means is and ethical. And that might seem like a no-brainer, but so often what happens is you get out there and you listen to people, and they start to really sell the business or the opportunity with a lot of hype. And so I will never be one of those people that will jump up and down and scream. I might, but I mean, if I do, it'll definitely be genuine. So what you see here is that's who I am. And so just be you. Bring you to your business, and bring you, if you choose to do podcasting or videos, just make sure that you bring that to the game. And so don't tell people things that really aren't true. Don't minimize the work, for example. One of the things that I do that's ethical is I will bribe you, and I will tell you that when you go to one of my pages to download something, that's generally an ethical bribe, and I need to give me an email, and so we can communicate. So I will always be upfront about that. I'm going to always be very genuine and ethical when it comes to telling you that building an MLM business is work. It's not push button magic, and nothing, you're not going to get a box in the mail when you sign up and unfold it, and out comes this miracle business with instant riches. So that's not how that works. And I think that's what's been conveyed a lot through the hype, and why people don't do as well is they get easily discouraged and give up. That's why the failure rate in this industry is so high. But along with that too, I'll just throw out another piece of information that would be helpful, is that people that are doing well in the business, that are top earners, have gotten in within the last year to 5 years. So it's not the people that got in first. And so I remember years and years ago when I got into multi-level marketing for the first time, a friend of mine who was in the jewelry business came to me, and he said, "Yeah, man, we got to get in this. It's ground level, And it's like I told him I don't have time, and I'm not interested, And so he kept working on me. He says, "Yeah, man, this guy's growing this team, and we'll be like right in there with him. He's positioned in such a way," and he made it sound like all we had to do was sign up and just buy the merchandise. So he started to kind of wear me down, and I got in there with this because I was already too busy. I was running a multi-million-dollar jewelry company, and so I got in there thinking, well, all I got to do is just kind of do the minimum, and I should be able to retire from this jewelry company. That was my thinking, and so it wasn't ethical. I mean, that was really the pretense, but that wasn't the industry that did that to me. It was the people that were trying to get me involved because they wanted my volume. So that's not what this is about. Multi-level marketing or network marketing is very genuine. It's when you get involved with a company that's reputable, that pays well, and thinks that their distributors puts them first, which people say they don't, but I have to disagree. Those are the things you want to look for, and you want to be genuine and ethical and be honest. So the second thing is that we want to do is we want to identify our target market. And it's not everybody. And I hear people say that, well, everybody needs this product, or everybody can benefit. Well, and while that may be true, that everybody does probably need it and it could probably benefit, that doesn't mean that they are part of your target market. You know, I need a car to get to where I want to go, but that is not my preferred mode of transportation. I'd rather get on my motorcycle or drive my truck. So I am not a customer for a car. And so we want to keep that in mind. And so we want to focus on one target at a time. And this is a mistake that a lot of people make when they are looking for their target market. So let's take the weight loss industry. Okay, so we have weight loss here. And you know, you look at that, and there's a lot of people that could benefit from any of these products. Okay, anybody that may be overweight. But that's not our market is not people that need to lose weight. We want people that want to lose weight a certain way. So maybe they're, you know, people that are going to be on the paleo diet and, you know, eat more healthy and unprocessed foods. Maybe they're going to be people that are exercising, and so they're going to be people in the gym, or weight loss or health, we could say, and so we've got, you know, people that are you know, busy, and people that are busy and that work. So you can start to see here that, you know, these people here are focused on health food, or eating healthy food. So you can see here we're talking about really three different markets. We're talking about three different ideal customers. And so we want to target one. Now your product, you know, we have product X out here, and it might address and might benefit all three of these. But the thing about it is that when I'm talking to a person that's, let's say, that's going to benefit whatever product I have that's really into paleo or keto or, you know, some kind of a diet, then they're going to, when I'm talking to these people, and I've got these people included, I'm only talking to 1/3 of the people that I'm supposed to be talking to. So if I'm talking to 100 people here from this group, and I'm sending out an email and it's evenly divided, then I'm only talking to 33% of my target market. Whereas if I really focus on this one here, and I've got 100, then I'm now looking at 100% of my target market. Maybe I want to target each one of these, but then target them separately. And I would encourage doing them one at a time. So focus on targeting this one well, and then this one, and then this one, and then whatever other ones that you divide or decide upon. So you always want to make sure that you are focusing on your target market, and not only identify them, but focus on them and identify who your target or your ideal customer is. The next thing is that you want to listen to your target market or your ideal customer. So listen to the market. And they'll tell you what they need. And the problem is that so often people get a product and they're out there trying to convince people that they need it when they're not listening. So if you listen to the target market, they'll tell you what they want or don't want. And if they don't want it, then you don't want to be messing with them. And you don't want to get everybody in your business. You definitely don't want that. And so then what you do is you then, the next thing we're going to do is qualify. I'll try to squeeze this all on here. So we want to qualify your leads through a funnel, a sales funnel. And as I just mentioned, you don't want everybody. And so what a sales funnel does is it actually starts to qualify the people that are coming to you. And so there's a couple things that are going to happen. As they go through this, they're going to disqualify themselves. And as they come to this, you might get in this process and start communicating with them a little bit as they go through the funnel and get so far. You might disqualify them and realize that they're probably not the best fit for what you are willing to do. Again, going back to being genuine and ethical. I don't want to bring everybody in, and I would much rather let you know that, you know, maybe this company isn't going to work for you as well as maybe something else. And so I would much rather, you know, run into you on the street somewhere and shake your hand and you thank me because I was honest, or you know, at least you know, I'm not trying to get everybody in, and that's part of where we, you know, kind of get tripped up. And then oh, one thing I knew I was leaving something out here. And then when I want to go back to number 3. Sorry about that. Once we know what our market wants, then we sell to the need. Sell to the need. When I know what they want, when I know what their need is, when I know what their pain point is, then I know if what I've got is going to fix that problem. So I'm not selling them a product, I'm selling them a solution. And so it's kind of like you know, I go into the hardware store, okay, and I walk down the hardware aisle where all the nuts and bolts are. They mean nothing to me. I don't care if they're on sale for, you know, 20 for a penny. I don't need them. And so that's, you know, if they're trying to sell me something I don't need. But if I go in there and I need it, then I'm going to buy it regardless of what it costs. And I'm not buying a nut and a bolt. I'm buying something that's going to fasten 2 boards together, or going to join something together, or make a repair. I'm buying a solution. So it's just like when I went out and bought a drill several years ago, and my wife looked at that and she goes, you know, do you really need to spend, it was hundreds of dollars, spend that much? And I said, well, yeah, you know. And so I wasn't thinking about the drill. What I was thinking about was, by me spending that much money, I didn't have to worry about what I was going to be drilling through. I didn't have to worry about any job that I would need to do around the house, or any repair I would have to make. That I was buying a reliable tool that I could count on to do whatever I needed. So I wasn't buying a drill that cost several $100s because it was cool. I was buying a peace of mind. I was buying a tool that I could rely on. So we need to think about our products in that same way. And then the 5th thing is, and I should probably write this one in red, I was thinking of grad school, you know, or undergrad, and getting my papers back, and I would get these papers back and my professors would bleed all over them. I mean, I felt like at the end of the term I owed them a box of red pens. But anyway, the 5th thing is don't bug your, you know what I'm going to say, right? Your friends and family. And there's a couple of reasons for this. They don't want to be in business with you. And I don't say that to be mean, but the truth is that they're not where you're at. And so the business is probably not something that you're, you know, again, we're over there back to number 3. We're not really listening to what their needs are. They're not a part of our market. So we want to leave them alone. And so maintain those relationships, you know, go out and make some money, take them to dinner. But, you know, unless they come really pursuing you and they are convincing you that they're somebody that's going to get in and do the work and be a team member, that they're not there just for you to ride on your coattail, leave them alone. You don't have time to be chasing your friends and family. Once you get these things in place, once you get a funnel in place, once you start driving traffic and you're good at that, you don't have time to be messing with trying to disrupt relationships with your friends and family. And that's another thing that, and I'm kind of protective about the MLM industry, or the network marketing industry, because that's one of the things that why people think it's a scam. If you read the reports, you read the blogs, you know, that's the old way of doing it. They send you out to chase your friends and family down, make a list, you know, contact everybody, you know, go out and show the plan. I don't want to go out and show the plan. I want to pre-qualify people through a funnel and I want to have a conversation. It's not taking the personal aspect of it out, but I want to get to meet people that are qualified. I don't want to meet 100 people to meet one person that's qualified. So that's the whole idea here. And so I don't have time to be bugging my friends and family. So these are the 5 things. Be genuine and ethical. Be honest. You know, and be yourself. And, you know, if you're one of those really excitable people that can jump out on camera and you know, jump up and down, and that's you, then great. But don't be that person if it's not you. So bring you to the game, not somebody else that you're not. Identify your target market. So we talked a little bit about that. And this is some work, you know, figuring that out. And it's a process. And so as you get more in there and you start to kind of narrow it down a little bit, you get to know your market. And that's really what you want. When you know your market, there's nothing going to hold you back. And then listen to the market once you've figured out who that is, to what they need. What is their pain points? You know, if they're in the gym and they're exercising and you're talking to people that are going to the gym and trying to lose weight, and they're telling you that, you know, they're tired afterwards, and you got, oh, I got just the thing for that. And so now we're not selling them a thing, we're selling them energy or some way to overcome the pains and the aches after working out in the gym. You see, see the shift on that there? So we're really selling to the need or the benefit, or we're selling them the benefits. And then we want to qualify our people. We don't want everybody in the business. We want to qualify our leads through a sales funnel. And then once again, don't bug your friends and family, just love them. And those are the 5 tips I have for you to help you take your multi-level marketing business to the next level. And I hope that was helpful. If it was, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'd love to hear from you down below in the comment section. And if you you know, if you have any feedback for me, whatever that is, I'm really in here. I'm developing this as I'm going right now, and part of doing these videos is documenting that, and I want to bring you along with me. So once again, subscribe to the channel and tick the bell so you get notifications every time I create a video, and I will see you in the next one. God bless you.